The volley is an air shot that is usually executed close to the net in the attacking area. Its main objective is to look for an imbalance in the opponent's team in order to force an error or to get a more comfortable ball that allows you to define the point. The most important aspects in the waiting position are the position of the feet, which should be shoulder width apart and the knees slightly bent to achieve a slightly lower centre of gravity. This allows you to have good mobility. The hand should be in front of the body and high above the waist to be able to react quickly. The recommended grip is the continental grip, although if the speed of the ball allows it, you can use an Australian grip, which will give you more power and control. The preparation for the forehand volley will consist first of rotating the shoulders and hips in order to get the necessary strength to execute the shot. The backswing of the paddle bat should be short without exceeding the shoulder of the arm executing the shot. The head of the paddle bat should be above the hand and the stopper should point to the opposite foot. The non-dominant hand balances the body. In the case of right-handed players, the movement starts with a small lateral step with the right foot. This move helps you to transfer the weight and adjust for the impact. From here, you must move diagonally to the net to shorten the trajectory of the ball. In this move, you must make the step of the opposite foot coincide with the impact. In the case of right-handed players, it will be with the left foot. The completion is the consequence of the transfer of the body weight towards the ball. After the impact, the trajectory of the paddle bat will be forward, pointing to the opposite court. In this practice, both players are positioned at the net. One player will volley forehand and backhand, while the other will work on the forehand volley. The objectives of this practice are: number 1, consolidate the point of impact. As we can see in the video, Furpoggy always hits in the front of the body. Look how the head of his paddle bat is always above his hand. The second objective, control the backswing. You must always try not to overshoot the shoulder. Make short swings. The third objective, speed control. Look how he controls the speed of the stroke. This gives him a better control of the situation. He's able to strengthen the rest of the elements of the stroke as well. In this practice, the volleyer is held by an elastic belt held by a partner. The volleyer must execute the forehand volleys that are thrown to him or her. The objectives are: number 1, displacement training. It is very important to attack the ball with the feet. You not only have to exert force with your striking arm, you also have to look for strength in your legs. And objective 2, proprioception. It is important that the player feels that he has to work with his legs. This resistance makes him feel just that. In this way, it will be easier for him to execute the movement with more success later on. The objectives of this practice are: number 1, control of the point of impact. Look how Fur always hits the ball in front. If he would hit it a little bit later, the ball will go to the side wall. Objective 2, adjustment steps. To exert force or control over the strike, Fur must work on matching his steps to the impact. And objective 3, completion. You must control the movement and finish in front if you want to keep the ball in the marked area and not make mistakes. In this practice, the player who volleys will try to execute a forehand volley and the following backhand volley. The defending player will always try to play to the centre. The objectives are: number 1, displacements. In this case, we can see how Fur must be constantly changing his position with respect to the ball. Objective 2, focusing on the exercise. It is a demanding exercise that requires a lot of attention to do it in an efficient way. Objective 3, anticipation. You must anticipate the ball that you are going to receive in order to get into the desired position. This is one of the most important aspects to execute a good volley.
Soy Majo Sánchez Alayeto, os voy a explicar la volea de derecha, es uno de mis golpes preferidos porque es un golpe muy ofensivo que me permite dominar la situación en muchas ocasiones y ganar muchos puntos. Para hacer bien la volea de derecha os voy a dar unos pequeños consejos. En primer lugar, la cabeza de la pala tiene que estar siempre un poquito levantada, tenemos que estar semiflexionados para bajar el centro de gravedad y es muy importante la transferencia del peso hacia adelante en el momento del golpeo, con lo cual tenemos que preparar bien cortito, cuando va llegando la pelota rotamos un poquito los hombros y en el momento de impactar pasar la pala hacia adelante.